The lights come up slow, almost shy, and for a second the whole theater feels like it's holding its breath. You know that feeling when something big is about to happen but you don't know if it's going to be magic or a mess? That's exactly where we are. A young performer walks onto the stage, shoulders tense, eyes scanning the crowd like they're searching for courage in the dark. When he says the name Elvis Presley, there's a ripple of laughter, curiosity, and doubt all mixed together. Everyone has heard Elvis songs. Everyone thinks they know what's coming. The judges lean back, arms crossed, already measuring expectations. And you, sitting at home, feel that spark of, okay, let's see what you've got. The first note hits, and it's not loud. It's not flashy. It's careful. Almost fragile. The kind of note someone sings when they're not trying to impress, just trying not to fall apart. His voice carries a rough edge, like it's been lived in, like it's been used to sing in small rooms to drown out bigger problems. The audience quiets, not because they're told to, but because something about the sound demands respect. He isn't copying Elvis, he's borrowing the soul of the song and pouring his own story into it. You can see it in his face, the way his jaw tightens, the way his eyes glaze just a little, like he's seeing moments from his life that the rest of us can't. Halfway through the song, the nerves start to fade. His posture straightens. His voice grows warmer, fuller, like it's finally allowed to be what it was meant to be. The crowd starts to feel it too. A few heads nod. A few smiles appear. Even the judges shift in their seats. One of them leans forward, interest replacing skepticism. This is the moment every performer dreams of, the moment when the room stops judging and starts listening. When the song ends, there's a pause. Not the awkward kind. The powerful kind. The kind where silence means something landed deep. Then the applause erupts, loud and honest. The performer exhales, like he's been underwater and just came up for air. He smiles, small and unsure, waiting for whatever comes next. That's when Simon speaks. His voice cuts through the noise, calm but intense. He says the words no one expects to hear so soon. Can you do that again? An encore request. On this stage. Right now. The shock on the performer's face is pure and unfiltered. This wasn't part of the plan. His hands shake a little as he nods. The music starts again, but this time, something is different. The fear is gone. In its place is freedom. He closes his eyes and sings like the song belongs to him now. Every note carries more weight, more truth. It's not just a performance anymore, it's a release. You can feel the years of doubt, the quiet nights, the people who said be realistic, all melting away in real time. The camera cuts to the audience, some people are crying, some are smiling through tears. This is why we watch moments like this. Not for perfection, but for honesty. The judges are no longer judges, they're fans, witnesses to a breakthrough. When the final note fades, the applause is even louder than before. It's standing now. Roaring. The performer looks overwhelmed, hands over his mouth, eyes wide like he can't quite believe what he just did. Simon stands up too, and when he speaks again, his words are softer. He talks about risk. About how dangerous it is to touch a legend song and make it your own. About how rare it is to see someone step into fear and come out stronger on the other side. The performer listens, tears finally spilling over, because for the first time, someone with power is telling him that his voice matters. As the moment settles, the message becomes clear. This wasn't about Elvis. It was about courage. About taking something familiar and daring to tell your own story through it. About believing, even for a few minutes on a bright stage, that you are enough. The performer leaves the stage changed, not because of applause, but because he proved something to himself. And that's where you come in. If this moment made you feel something, if it reminded you of a dream you've been holding onto quietly, don't let it fade. Hit like if you believe in raw talent and real stories. Subscribe if you want more moments that remind you why dreams are worth chasing, even when they scare you. Because somewhere out there, someone is stepping onto a stage of their own, hoping the world will listen. And sometimes, all it takes is one song, one encore, and one brave choice to change everything. The curtain parts and the stage lights flare just enough to make the room feel unreal, like a dream you're not sure you're awake for. A single figure stands at the center, breathing shallow, hands clenched, heart loud enough to drown out the murmurs in the crowd. When the host asks what he'll be singing, there's a tiny pause, a swallow, and then the name drops: Elvis Presley. A bold choice. A dangerous one. You can almost hear the audience thinking the same thing you are: this could go very wrong, or it could be unforgettable. And that uncertainty pulls you in, refusing to let you look away. The music begins softly, familiar but heavy with expectation. The first line comes out raw, imperfect, but honest. There's a crack in the voice, not from lack of skill, but from emotion pushing too hard to stay hidden. The singer isn't trying to sound like Elvis, he's trying to survive the moment. His eyes flicker between the judges and the crowd, then finally close, like he's decided to sing for himself before anyone else. Something shifts. The room quiets. The doubts soften. People lean forward without realizing they've moved. As the song builds, so does his confidence. Each note carries a little more strength, a little more truth. You start to see flashes of his life in the way he sings: long bus rides with headphones on, late nights practicing when everyone else slept, the weight of being told music is just a hobby. The audience feels it too. A woman in the front row wipes her eyes. A man nods slowly, like he recognizes that pain. Even the judges exchange looks that say, "This is not what we expected." Then the final note hangs in the air, trembling, and fades into silence. For a split second, no one reacts. And in that silence is everything: fear, hope, vulnerability. Then applause crashes over the stage like a wave. The singer smiles, relief flooding his face, but he still looks unsure, like he's waiting for reality to catch up. Simon clears his throat, and the room quiets instantly. He doesn't smile right away. He studies the performer, then says the words that change the energy completely: "I want to hear that again." The gasp from the crowd is instant. An encore. Not later. Not someday. Now. The singer's eyes widen. His hands shake. This wasn't part of the plan. But the music starts again, and this time, there's no holding back. He sings louder, deeper, freer. The fear is gone, replaced by something powerful: belief. Each lyric feels heavier, like it's finally found the right voice. He owns the stage now, moving with the rhythm, connecting with the crowd, letting the song breathe through him. By the time he finishes, the audience is already on its feet. The applause is thunderous, unstoppable. The singer looks stunned, tears slipping down his face as he bows his head, overwhelmed by what just happened. Simon stands, clapping slowly at first, then with genuine admiration. He talks about bravery, about how honoring a legend doesn't mean copying them, but daring to bring your own truth into the music. He says moments like this are why the show exists. As the performer walks off stage, you can tell something inside him has changed forever. He didn't just sing a song, he faced his fear in front of the world and won. And that's the real magic. This moment isn't just entertainment, it's a reminder. A reminder that courage doesn't mean you're not scared. It means you step forward anyway. If this story moved you, if it reminded you of that dream you've been quietly protecting, show some love. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay with us for more moments that prove ordinary people can do extraordinary things. Because somewhere out there, another voice is waiting to be heard, and the next encore could change a life. The moment the camera opens on the stage, there's a strange tension in the air, the kind you feel right before something unforgettable happens. The audience is buzzing, judges settled in, lights glowing like 1,000 watching eyes. A lone contestant walks out slowly, each step echoing his nerves. He looks ordinary at first glance, but there's something in his expression that pulls you closer, like he's carrying a lifetime of hope on his shoulders. When he mentions Elvis Presley, a few eyebrows rise, a few quiet chuckles ripple through the crowd. Covering Elvis is risky. Everyone knows that. And right then, you're hooked, wondering whether this brave choice will lift him up or break him down. The music begins, soft and familiar, and the first line leaves his lips with a trembling honesty. It's not polished. It's not perfect. But it's real. His voice sounds like it's been shaped by long nights and quiet struggles, by dreams whispered instead of shouted. He grips the microphone a little tighter, eyes shining under the lights, and you can feel how badly this moment matters to him. The crowd slowly stills, curiosity turning into attention, attention turning into respect. As the song unfolds, his confidence starts to bloom. The fear that clung to his voice in the beginning gives way to warmth and depth. Every lyric feels personal, like he's not just singing a song but telling his own story through it. You imagine him practicing in empty rooms, being told to choose a safer path, wondering if his voice would ever be enough. The audience feels that journey too. You can see it on their faces, soft smiles, quiet tears, heads nodding in rhythm. Even the judges, known for their tough standards, are leaning forward now, fully locked in. When the final note fades, the silence is heavy and emotional. It's the kind of silence that speaks louder than applause. Then suddenly, the theater erupts. Cheers, claps, whistles, all genuine, all earned. The performer exhales deeply, like he's been holding his breath for years. He smiles, unsure, waiting for what the judges will say, knowing this could change everything. Simon looks at him carefully, letting the moment stretch. Then he says it. He asks for an encore. Right now. The audience gasps. The performer freezes for a split second, disbelief written all over his face. An encore on this stage isn't just a compliment, it's a challenge. And he accepts it. The music starts again, but this time the difference is clear from the very first note. He sings with freedom now, with confidence, with heart wide open. The fear is gone. In its place is pure emotion. His voice fills the room, stronger and more powerful than before, carrying not just melody but meaning. He moves with the song, connects with the crowd, owns the stage like it finally belongs to him. By the end, the entire audience is on their feet. Applause crashes like thunder, louder than before. The performer's eyes fill with tears as he bows his head, overwhelmed by the love pouring toward him. Simon stands, clapping with a rare smile, and talks about courage, about how honoring a legend isn't about imitation, but about truth. About finding your own voice and daring to share it with the world. As the performer walks off the stage, you know this moment will stay with him forever. Not because of fame, not because of praise, but because he proved something to himself. He proved that fear doesn't get the final say. And that's the message that lingers long after the lights dim. If this story touched your heart, don't scroll away. Like the video if you believe in second chances and brave choices. Subscribe to the channel for more moments that inspire, surprise, and remind us why dreams are worth chasing. Because sometimes, all it takes is one song, one encore, and one fearless step to change a life forever. The theater hums with quiet excitement as the lights dim, that familiar electricity crawling through the air just before something important happens. A contestant steps into the glow at center stage, breathing a little too fast, gripping the microphone like it's the only solid thing left in the room. He gives a nervous smile, and when he says he'll be singing an Elvis Presley song, the reaction is mixed, curiosity, doubt, even a hint of amusement. Elvis is sacred ground. Many have tried, most have failed. And in that exact moment, you feel it too, this could either crash and burn, or turn into something unforgettable. The music begins softly, almost cautiously. The first note comes out thin but sincere, and there's a vulnerability in it that instantly changes the mood. This isn't someone trying to imitate a legend. This is someone trying to be heard. His voice carries a rough honesty, shaped by experience rather than perfection. His eyes flicker under the lights, then close, as if the stage, the judges, the audience all disappear, leaving only him and the song. The crowd grows quiet, pulled in without realizing it. As the melody builds, so does his courage. The voice that trembled at the start now finds strength, warmth, and depth. Every lyric sounds lived in, like it means something personal. You can almost see the story behind it, the small rooms where he practiced alone, the people who told him music was a waste of time, the fear of standing here now with everything on the line. The audience feels it too. Heads nod. Hands rise to cover mouths. A few tears fall quietly. Even the judges, usually guarded, lean forward, caught off guard by what they're hearing. When the song ends, the silence hits hard. It's thick, emotional, powerful. For a heartbeat, no one moves. Then the applause breaks out, loud and honest, filling the theater. The contestant exhales, shoulders dropping, a shy smile spreading across his face as relief washes over him. He knows he did something real. Now he waits. Simon looks at him, pauses, and then asks the question no one expects, "Can you sing it again?" The audience gasps. An encore. Right now. The contestant's eyes widen, disbelief written all over his face. This wasn't planned. His hands shake slightly as he nods, and the music starts once more. From the very first note, it's different. There's no fear left to hide behind. He sings freely now, boldly, pouring everything he has into the performance. The voice is stronger, richer, filled with confidence earned just moments ago. He owns the stage in a way he didn't before, connecting with the crowd, letting the song breathe through him. This time, it's not about proving himself, it's about expressing something true. By the final note, the entire room is on its feet. The applause is thunderous, overwhelming. The contestant bows his head, tears slipping down his face as he realizes what just happened. The judges stand too, clapping, smiling, genuinely moved. Simon speaks about bravery, about taking a risk with something iconic and making it personal, about how moments like this are rare and special. As the contestant walks off the stage, you can feel it, this was a turning point. Not just in a competition, but in a life. He didn't just sing an Elvis song. He faced his fear, trusted his voice, and proved that authenticity is more powerful than perfection. If this moment gave you chills, if it reminded you of a dream you've been afraid to chase, don't keep it to yourself. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay with us for more stories that inspire courage and belief. Because sometimes, one song, one encore, and one brave step forward can change everything.